Hi, everybody. It is Adele here from adelefrizzell.com, and I'm with Coach Tiffany.
Hi.
And today, we try to do these Facebook Lives every week, but sometimes we just get so darn busy. So we are happy to be back and happy to answer some of your questions about why your metabolism has slowed down and some other things we'll get into. But first, we want to give you some updates of what's going on here at the company and in our own personal lives, and just to kind of keep you guys up to date. So maybe, Tiffany, you want to start with something that you're doing right now?
Absolutely. Well, some of you guys know, and some of you guys do not know, I actually have a position where I work in an actual gym facility, and I will be leaving that position so that I can come on full time and take on more clients and become even more active as my role as a coach with Adele Frizzell. So I'm pretty excited about that. Something else that I have done is I've actually recently hired a bodybuilder as my own personal trainer, because even coaches need trainers. My hopes is that by hiring this individual, I will, first of all, I will continue to work towards my own fitness goals. And also, I'm going to increase my knowledge base so I can share what I learn from this person who has a lot more experience with fitness training than I do, and be able to help my clients work even harder and help them hit their goals as well. So that's pretty exciting
Great.
for me.
Yeah, bodybuilding is its own niche, just like powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting is. That's awesome. So do you have a goal to be in a competition, a bodybuilding competition at all?
I think that it would be kind of awesome to do at least one. I just want to do one simply because of how far I've come in my own personal journey, going from being obese to being physically fit and feeling very confident and strong in my own body is pretty amazing. So I think that even if I just feel like I get close enough to just walk across that stage, it's going to be a win all on its own, whether I place or not. I think that that would just be an amazing experience.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. For those of you who are new to our group, we actually, and this will actually be published on YouTube and Vimeo as well, but this is our Facebook Live over at Healthy Fit and Unstoppable. So if you're watching it on YouTube, I hope you'll join our group. But Tiffany actually has lost 80 pounds through flexible dieting, and she's gotten into weightlifting, and then she became an NASM nutrition coach and personal trainer. So, and now she's going full time, which I'm so happy to have you, because I think you are awesome. And we're coming up almost a year of working together,
No.
right?
It's been it's been a whirlwind. I was thinking about it earlier today and I was like, wow, almost a year. Like it has flown by, and it's been amazing. I've loved my clients, I've loved all the people that I've been able to help, and I've loved working with you and the team. So
Yeah.
I
Oh, we
still
love you.
appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, for me, I guess the update is that I have been accepted into Mac Nutrition University, which is called MNU in the UK. It's really respected amongst professionals who are in the know about cutting edge nutrition. It's a very evidence-based nutrition certification. It's 1 year long, minimum of 6 hours of study a week. A lot of doctors take it as well to help their clients, and people who want to just be more informed to serve their clients or become nutritionists. And so I'm taking that program and I'm excited about it. It starts in September. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm training again regularly, and that feels good. I'm even doing yoga once a week and hiking once a week and lifting 4 times a week. And last night I was looking for a powerlifting competition. So I'm hoping to get back to the platform. I'm looking at maybe November to peak for bench press and hopefully exceed my previous record. So yeah.
For people who are not familiar with your previous record, what is your previous record?
Oh, I was able to bench 182 pounds.
That's
My
awesome.
own, well, thank you. My own personal record in the gym is like 193 pounds, but it's harder when you're on a platform because you have that pause on the bench press where you have to hold the weight until the judge calls press. And then, so just that pause is really killer. But anyway, I'm hoping to bench over 119. My record in Texas still holds for my age, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, fun. I liked having a goal. It really helps me with training, to focus and yeah. So anyway, okay, so that's what we got going on personally, but I also want to talk about the Transformer launch because many of you here are Transformer grads or you're interested in the Transformer program. And so maybe we'll just quickly tell you what it is. It's a rapid weight loss program using HCG. Now we recognize it's not for everybody. In fact, you have to qualify to take this program and you need your doctor to be involved because there are some risks when you take a very low calorie, follow a very low calorie program. But
well, don't we talk about a little bit about why they have to qualify?
Well, you need to get the HCG prescription from your doctor, right? And then they will also make sure that you're cleared to do it. And we have some concerns, like if you have a history of cancer or something like that, you should not be on HCG. If you have an eating disorder, you should not be on a very low calorie diet, period. It doesn't matter if it's a HCG or not. So there are some, prerequisites to working with us. So basically, we launch this program 3 times a year. It sells out every time. We get more applications than we can handle. If you are interested, go to our wait list. You will get an email notification as soon as we open for applications. You can fill out a Google form, and then we will be in contact with you to let you know if you qualify and invite you to a webinar where you can learn more. We don't just open cart and let whoever has a pulse buy the program and get in. We actually don't want your money unless you qualify and you really have your eyes wide open about what it takes to be successful at this program.
Yep. And then also we want to make sure that you have the time for it as well.
Yeah,
because
that's part of it.
A large time commitment. So there's all these, I won't say hoops, but all the filters that we go through to make sure that 1, you're going to get what you need out of the program, and 2, you're healthy enough to do the program, because we don't want your health to suffer. We don't want your stress to be even higher. So we really want to make sure that you're a good fit and that we're a good fit for you.
Physically, mentally, yeah, all of that. And so the webinar covers a lot of that. So you can decide at the end of the webinar if you want to register and pay. And like, I really do try to talk people out of it unless they feel like, yeah, I'm in it. I feel physically and mentally ready. I have the time to dedicate to the lessons, because there's lessons every week and there's a quiz every week, because our goal is not to just help you lose weight. There's plenty of diet programs out there you can follow for that. Our goal is to help you learn how to keep it off. Okay. Yep. And we do that by teaching you about nutrition, demystifying some of the crap that's out there about nutrition so that you can make smarter choices and understand why you're making those choices. Like why aspartame is not bad, why it's okay to have a Diet Coke, why carbohydrates are not evil, all those kinds of things. So you'll learn a ton. You'll learn to stop fearing food so much. And you'll learn how to eat like a normal human being. So when you've lost the weight, you know how to keep it off. That's our goal.
And it's also fantastic too, because it's not just the weight loss that we cover. We cover sleep habits, we cover stress, we cover maintenance and how to live life once you're ready to not track everything that you're consuming anymore. There's so much mindset that goes into this program as well. So it's a very well-balanced program.
Yeah, we take a very holistic approach. It's not just the food on your plate that contributes to weight gain or weight loss. As Tiffany mentioned, it's other factors like stress management, sleep, a bunch of things. And so we cover those. But anyway, that's coming up. So keep an eye out. If you're on our wait list, there'll be an announcement as soon as we open for applications. Get that in as soon as possible because we go in order received. Okay. We have a very democratic process here.
Do we want to touch on the coaching aspect of the Transformer program?
Oh yeah. Okay. So in the last enrollment, we closed cart, but we closed cart a little bit too late. A couple more extra people squeaked through. So we actually went beyond our capacity, and Tiffany took some clients. I found out that I can't do 30 clients and have a life too. So, and my priority is always giving everybody equal attention. So what's going to happen with this next enrollment is I'm going to take 20 clients and Tiffany's going to take 20 clients. So we will accept 40 clients at this next launch. The last one we took 32, I think. So, and I still expect to sell out. So if you're interested, definitely apply early. And Tiffany has been through the Transformer program twice. The experience will be the same for everybody. You'll still get the same lessons and quizzes. In fact, Tiffany marks all the lessons for my clients too. The weekly group calls will still be with me, so everybody's in on those and can ask questions. The difference will be that you'll be submitting your weekly check-ins to Tiffany if she's your coach. And if you're my client, then you'll send them to me. That's the only difference. Yeah. Tiffany also coaches the New You program and has lots of loyal clients in that. And we use the same kind of tools. So you are in very good hands with Tiffany. And
if anyone's worried about whether or not I have the experience for HCG, Coach Adele and I do work hand in hand. So if there's something that I am not familiar with, I'm always going to go to her, get her advice, her feedback, and she'll kind of coach me through that so that I'm able to coach you through that. So don't think that just because if you get assigned me as a coach that we're just, oh, she's an extra coach, we're just going to throw her in there. That's not what we're doing at all. We're not doing this to try to get more income. We're doing this because we want to be able to help more people. And by doing this, it helps take some of the stress off of Coach Adele, and it helps us still be able to help as many people as possible in one round without overtaxing either one of ourselves.
Yeah, it sucked in the past when I had to turn people away, and now we'll be able to let more people in, which is great. And I've personally mentored Tiffany, and she is the bomb. So you are really, really in great hands. I have not trusted anyone else until this point to help me with the Transformer program, help me as a coach. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. And because I'm taking fewer clients, I think the experience will be better for everybody. Okay, so that's what we wanted to touch on there in terms of updates from HQ, but we had some awesome questions and we're always looking for topic suggestions. So please, if you have any, just comment. We'll be monitoring the chat after this. So feel free to comment on this Facebook Live if you have an idea for another Facebook Live. Maybe could you read out one of the questions that came up?
Yes. So one of the questions was perimenopause. I just turned 43. The time has come. I can't get away with having a fast metabolism anymore. She's gone. So kind of this person wants us to touch on what do we do once you hit a certain age and you're menopausal and
yeah. So there is a bit of a slowdown as we age with our metabolism, but it is not the reason why you're gaining weight. Probably it's definitely not the number one reason. It's more like it's not the direct reason, let me say. Basically, people don't want to hear this, but if you are struggling with your weight, it's because you're eating too many calories or not moving enough, bottom line. Okay. Now, hormones can impact things. It's more of a downstream problem. So let me give you an example. When you start going through menopause, I'm 51, I've been through this. I remember like getting hot flashes and having real struggle sleeping through the night. I'd be up at 2 or 3 a.m. all the time. And as a consequence of that, I would get carb cravings, feel hungrier. Okay, you can start to develop some belly fat when you don't sleep as well. And you can actually become catabolic, meaning you start to lose some muscle mass, which contributes to a slowdown of your metabolism. And obviously, if you're eating more because you're trying to get some energy back because you didn't have a good sleep, and studies have shown people eat an average of 500 more calories a day when they get less than 7 hours of sleep a night, that is going to contribute to the weight gain. So it's not just because you're getting older, it's more like your hormones are changing and your hormones are affecting these other things that are maybe causing you to eat more, move less. Let's face it, when we don't get a good sleep, we don't always feel like working out. You know, you start to lose more muscle as you age unless you do some strength training to offset that loss. So, you know, a lot of people think that what's stopping them from losing fat is their age or carbohydrates, or maybe there's some crazy things like lectins or seed oils or processed food or sugar or whatever it is. It really, those are, it really comes down to eating more calories than you realize. So then the question to ask yourself is, why am I eating more calories than my body needs? What are the reasons for that? You know, maybe your body used to need 2,000 calories a day because you moved more, and now you're just more sedentary. Let's face it, we tend to get more sedentary as we age.
Yes.
When we were in our 20s and 30s, we moved more. So, and that movement is responsible for hundreds of extra calories burned a day. Like, people don't even realize how much. Do you have anything to add there, Tiffany?
I just think that bottom line, it comes down to calories in versus calories out. Are you eating more than you're burning? Are you, maybe if you're at an older age, your workload has slowed down, you're not as active at work. Maybe if you had an active job before, you're moved to an office position, you're not walking as much throughout the day, and you're still eating the same amount of calories. Well, because you're eating the same amount of calories, like Adele said, and that activity slowed down, those calories are now too much for your activity level. So no matter what you're doing, you kind of have to adjust the way that you eat based on your activity levels.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's the answer people don't want to hear. And it's something that I think a lot of fit pros and influencers prey upon, is this idea, well, the problem isn't that you're eating too much, because calories in, calories out, people say it's BS. And they prey upon, it's your hormones. Let's fix your hormones. Let's do this. Let's do, you know, yes, address the hormonal issues, because as I mentioned, they can impact things. But if you were to eat the right amount of calories for the amount you need every day, you wouldn't gain weight. And just as if you ate less, you would lose weight. That's how every diet works.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when I was obese, I kind of, for a while there, I was like, you know what? I'm a mom. This is just the body that I have now because I'm a mom. So, and every other mom that was fit walking around with 4 kids or so, you know, I was like, well, they just have a great metabolism. Yeah. No, I was eating too much and I was using my mom life as an excuse. And I'm not saying that that's what everyone out there that is going through menopause is doing, because a lot of people just don't understand how many calories they're consuming versus how many their bodies need. Yeah. So the big thing is find a good online calculator. We have an online calculator on our website, adelefrizzell.com. If you go under resources, there's a macro calculator on there, and it's going to be pretty accurate. Yeah, you might have to play around with the numbers a little bit because it is a online calculation. It can't get everything 100% perfectly, but it's a great place to start. So if you're not sure how many calories you should be consuming, it's a great resource and it's free. So check that out as well. And then also, she did mention earlier that as you age, your muscle mass kind of starts to break down. Doing that weight training will help you there, as well as making sure you're consuming enough protein. So that protein is going to help minimize that muscle mass. If you struggle with protein intake, we have an amazing protein resource. Do you want to talk about our protein resource?
Oh yeah. So I'm coming out with a high protein breakfast recipe guide, and that's a new offering. So if you are interested in that, look in the comments in the Facebook group here, and you will find a link to sign up and get that resource. You'll get 3 emails which go into detail about this guide to help you use it better, and that's it. So yeah, that's our gift to you for being part of this group.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing resource. You guys should definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's got very yummy recipes in it. And you know, protein is something you need more of as you age, because as we age, we actually don't synthesize protein as well to build muscles. And so you couple that with natural muscle loss over time, you really need to increase your protein and do some form of strength training or resistance training to keep your muscle mass, which helps your metabolism. Back to like eating a little bit extra. Let's say you became more sedentary, but you still ate the same way. And, you know, even 200 calories a day, which is what? A piece of toast with butter on it, you know, that's it. Every day, or 1 protein bar a day, over the course of a year adds up to 19 pounds of weight gain. So that's, you know, it's in these little things that really add up over time.
Yeah.
Let's take a deeper dive into why we gain weight, and how we can lose weight, and how we can manage our weight and improve our metabolism as we age in another Facebook Live, because this is such an important topic.
Yeah,
It's
there's
what we teach
so
our
much
ladies
into it.
about.
Yeah.
You know, like in the Transformer program, is what we teach them about, because they're often very confused. They've tried many, many things and they don't understand why it's such a struggle. And at the end, like, they're like, oh, now I was blaming it on this and that, and now I get it. Now I understand.
And even in the New You program, we have a lot of clients that come in and say, well, my metabolism's broken. No, it's not broken. It's working the way that it's supposed to.
Mhm.
We just have to get your muscle mass to start being built back up so that you can actually have more calories in your allotment. And if there's a whole process behind it. So you guys should really tune in to whenever we are able to do the topic diving deeper into metabolism and weight loss and how it all wraps in and works together.
Yeah, and we can talk about hormones. Like if you have PCOS, yes, you're probably going to have to eat fewer calories than the average person. Or if you have hypothyroidism, but if it's treated, it's less of less of an issue.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we do have one more comment on here that someone mentioned, and it was, after working out hard and eating clean, why is it so hard to sculpt? So it kind of wraps right into what we were just talking about, honestly. So whenever you're trying to get that sculpt appearance, you have to be really on target with your nutrition. You have to be able to keep that body fat percentage pretty low if you want to see the visible abs, the visible leg muscle definition. You have to have a very low body fat percentage. And at the end of the day, for some people, it's worth it. For some people, it's not. They decide, I don't like being this hungry in order to hit this goal. And something else, it also comes back down to that protein intake. If you're not consuming enough protein and you're trying to lose weight to get to that body fat percentage, you're probably breaking down some of that muscle mass, which is making it even harder to show that muscle definition that you're trying to show.
Yeah, if you want sculpted muscles, it comes down to three things: your nutrition, right? Your body fat levels, and the type of exercise you're doing. It really comes down to that. So if your body fat levels are above, say, 28%, it's going to be harder to have a sculpted appearance. Mm-hmm. If you want to look ripped, you got to get below 20%, but, you know, or even lower than like 15%, but that's when women can lose their period and stuff like that. But that's when you walk around looking like, oh yeah, she's a bodybuilder. 20% looks very athletic. You know, 25% to 30% is considered a normal range, and you can actually look like you have muscle on you. It's just harder to see because you have a layer of fat tissue covering it. Beyond 30%, you might want to focus on diet first. Well, you still train, but dieting down and losing some body fat will reveal the muscle underneath. Yes. In nutrition, yes, like protein should be on point. Mm-hmm. And in terms of training, you should have a dedicated weightlifting program if you really want to appear muscular.
And then let's talk a little bit about the clean eating real fast as well. A lot of people, they say, well, I'm eating clean. Well, just because you're eating clean does not mean that you're not overeating total amount of calories. Things such as your nuts, your cheeses, those calories add up super fast. So if you're snacking on healthy nuts and healthy fats throughout the day, avocado that is a notorious source of it. It tastes delicious. It's great on everything. And it's very easy to blow out your calories eating avocado.
Nut butters.
A little bit goes a long way when it comes to the types of fats that you're consuming. Even if they are considered a healthy or a clean source of food, that doesn't mean that you're necessarily staying within that caloric range that you need to be in for your goals.
Yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of clients who eat clean and don't understand why they can't lose weight. And it really comes down to calories again. Yeah. Okay, so that's it from us today. Anything else you want to add, Tiffany?
No, give us ideas, guys, for the next call. Anything you want covered, make sure you drop a comment. You can always just make a post on here as well and ask a question, and one of us will get back to you. So
yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your time and attention. And we look forward to our next Facebook Live with you. All right. Thanks, Tiffany.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.